Mr. Snavely and I took the jazz bands to the Catella Jazz Festival in Los Angeles a few weeks ago, and both of our bands won their respective classes at that festival. And this guy. This guy has forgotten more than I will ever know about jazz, so it's an honor to work with him every day. He's a wonderful conductor. I know Mr. Steph introduced Lindsay is just receiving her doctorate. Maybe you guys know this or you don't, but also Mr. Steph and Mr. Snavely are in the final stages of receiving the doctorate of musical arts and conducting. So without further ado, please help me welcome Maestro Dean Snavely and his wonderful wife, Director of Choral Studies, who is dealing with some of the audio technical issues, or not issues, but experience you're about to hopefully experience. So Maestro Dean Snavely. How cool was that, right? So I want to introduce our next guest conductor. She is the associate director of bands, or just band director at Banyan Middle School. She's been with us for 3 years, and regretfully, and unfortunately, she's having to leave us. She married into the military, and as many of us know, the military life takes you a variety of places, and they have been relocated to Alamogordo, right? Alamogordo, New Mexico. And so we're extremely sad to be losing Miss Melissa Sawyer. She's been a tremendous asset to not only the main band program, but she has been working with the Foothill bands for the entire time she's here. Has never asked for any compensation or recognition. She's been at every single marching band rehearsal we've had in the past 3 years, and worked with our clarinets, and she's a tremendous friend, tremendous musician, and we hate to lose her, but we wish her well, and she is going to go do some graduate work at New Mexico State, yes? And we played Irish Tune from County Derry with this band at the CCC Band Festival, and she asked if she could spend a little bit of time with this group a few months ago, getting ready for her audition, and I found it only fitting to invite her to conduct this tune in a live performance. So please help us welcome Miss Melissa Sawyer.
Switch. While they get ready for the next part, first of all, that was beautiful, Ms. Sora. Thank you so much. That first piece was something I've always wanted to do, and had fun with the film behind it, the Buster Keaton. Really cool. And I have to say, it's extra kudos to the band because they followed me because I was the only one who knew where all those hits were, so they had to watch some pretty eclectic conducting for that. The last piece, I guess I'll tell them after we do this business. Ladies and gentlemen, the magnificent Maestro Travis Pardee.
It's all people do things for me, so yeah. So, hey, this is the final performance on this stage for a good amount of our seniors. Well, hopefully all of our seniors, actually. We would like to keep some of them, but we probably shouldn't. I'm going to call them by name, and they're going to, and you can just offer your thunderous applause if you like. As I read their names, I'm going to ask that they all come down in front of the stage here. And I've got a handful of people I think are going to share a few words with us. But here are our seniors: Georgia Stockinger, Megan Rousa, Jane Rimmer, Sophia Newton, Nathan Kane, who I believe is playing a volleyball tournament somewhere, yeah? Ivan Herrera, Stephen Lopez, August Schifferstein, Micah Montoya, Brendan Weatherspoon, Jeremy Bouchard, Kevin Jones, Kyle Clement, Zach Berg, Mason Pick, Isaiah Patterson, Kyle Baldwin, Sabrina Cervantes, Daniel Amarito, Mason Yamada, Taylor Reeves, Ariana Beasley, Lauren Leake, Michael Frankelli, Brandon Vanilladad, David Hayashi, Jacob Gonzalez, Jacob Buckley, Chase Horn, Ashton Hanson, Ken Galthier, Zach Williams, Austin Meekum, Justin Meeks, Mickey Tatum, Christian Teasley, Will Topham, Alec Knights, Xavier Labrador, Ivan Webb, Jake Krieger, and Daniel Razzo. Your 2018 Foothill Band Seniors. And Brooke Warbaugh. And I believe a couple of these individuals have a few words for you. That's your cue. Come on, valedictorians. Couple more valedictorians. We have like 5 valedictorians in the band. How about it for the valedictorians?
Hello, I'm Christian Teasley. I'm one of the drum majors this year. I'd just like to talk about some of the few experiences I've had ever since I was a freshman. The first a major event, I guess we could say, or I guess I can say we did, was the Macy's Day Parade. Another one, junior year, was the Rose Parade, another huge event. We go to BOA every year. All the local competitions, we do really well. And so one major thing I like to say is I like to thank my parents personally. I think all of us as seniors, or everyone in the band, we make our parents very proud. One experience I could say is surprising my parents being a drum major. They had no clue. And I could say my mom was really surprised when she saw my name on Facebook. So, yeah, I just like to say overall that we've done a lot, and I just like to thank my parents, and I could say for all of us as seniors, we'd like to thank our parents.
Hi, I'm Zach Williams. I was one of the drum majors for the last couple of years with Christian. I remember in 8th grade, I was planning on going to Rancho High School. It's true. I thought I wanted to do the aviation program there, and I'm so glad that my parents talked me out of doing it. I've had such a great time here. I've learned so much. I've grown as a person, I've grown as a leader, and I couldn't have done it without the experiences that I've had here. Also though, I think the biggest thing in our lives, in all of us senior lives, everybody who's up here, who's been up here tonight, is our parents. We wouldn't be here today without what our parents have done for us. Just physically, just figuring out everything that we've done and making sure that we have the opportunities we've had. Christian, many of the seniors who've been up here went to the Macy's parade, and that wasn't cheap, that was far away. But we wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. All the extra rehearsals, all the extra time commitment, and it was the same with the Rose Parade. And just everything from Tuesday night rehearsals to trips across the country, our parents have been there for us, and we couldn't do it without them. Just to finish it off on a little lighter of a note, I remember last summer, I got a car for my birthday, and it was the greatest thing ever for me. I loved it. I have a car, I can go places now, but honestly, I think my parents enjoyed it more than I did. Now, they don't have to drive me to band rehearsals every Tuesday night to pick me up at 9 o'clock. They don't have to pick me up at 2 in the morning after BOA. And I think that's something that I just think that without our parents, we would not be here today where we are. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jacob Gonzalez, and to go along with the theme, I am not a drum major. But I'm here anyway, so yeah, I'd like to, along with Zach and Christian, again, thank all the parents out there so much for all the support that they've given us. And I think that the biggest amount of the support that they've given us is allowing us to be in a great program such as this, being able to play music. I remember in 6th grade when I got my first golden trumpet, and I looked at it, I didn't even know how to put that thing together, but after a little bit of Google, I figured it out, and you know, I put my face up to it and blew into it, and although it sounded like a dying cat, it felt right, it felt good. And I've wondered about that for the past 7 years, why does playing music feel so good? You know, the first recorded written piece of music was actually a song of mourning, and I think that is really fitting for music, especially for today, because music isn't just sounds and vibrations out of these instruments that we play, but music is an escape, music is emotion. I remember back in October 1st for the shooting, I woke up that morning and found out that my sister had been there, and I think that all of us have been affected in some way or another, that our city was attacked. You know, we hear these stories of shootings around the nation, and it hurts, but you don't realize its effect until it happens in our own backyard. And I sat there and I didn't know what to do. All the pieces were shattered. I didn't know how to put them back together. The only thing I could think to do was to pick up my trumpet and go to this Nevada School of the Arts program and improvise and just play what was on my heart. And through that, I was able to get rid of some of that emotion, express that in a way that words will never be able to. Because whether it's loss, divorce, heartbreak, hate, music helps us express the inexpressible. And I think that that's really important. It's what keeps us human. In our society, we're keep on growing with innovations and making the world better, but we can't take away what makes us human. And I think that music is the best way to access that. Again, I'd like to thank all of our parents for this, and I'm saddened because this is all of our seniors' last concert. But while this is our last time playing music with Foothill High School, I know that we're going to carry music with us for the rest of our lives, whether it be for fun times or sad times or just the in-between times. Music will always be a part of our lives and who we are. Thank you.
Okay, we have, I think, one more thing to do. So every year we do director's gifts. We ask the people of the band to kindly give us money so we can buy these gifts for our directors. So I'm going to go first. My director is Mr. Steph. I think I chose Mr. Steph because I joined drumline this year. Kind of halfway through the season, they needed a cymbal player, and I had to pick up cymbals all of a sudden and learn a new marching style, how to read the music, and he helped me. And it was a great experience, and I know for a fact, Mr. Steph, that you love Chick-fil-A. So I guess you just got back into Chick-fil-A, and there's a gift card in there somewhere for $25. That in such short notice. I think that gift card's actually in the bottom of the bag. Anyway, I will hand it off to Mason.